Good morning and welcome to the Wisdom Chronicles, where we bring God into leadership, family, business, everything. These conversations are about spiritual and God filled moments. This morning, I am super blessed and grateful to have Diane Loudon. Diane owns Coldspring Farm here in Alton Bay, New Hampshire, and she and I actually met at a short-term rental property launch.
Open house.
That's right. That's right. And little did we know that we're going to share the journey of life together intermittently. It's been a beautiful, beautiful journey so far, and I'm excited for what's to come. Diane, I'd like you to share a little bit about Cold Spring Farm, how you got started, and maybe part of the mission that you're moving into.
Okay, boy. Okay. Well, my husband and I bought this property in 2003, I think it was, and it had just been logged. It's almost 300 acres, and oh, it was a mess. We didn't even move into the house until 2010 because it took so long to clean things up and to move all the logs and bury and burn and all of that. But the barn went up first. It went up around 2008 because I threatened him and I said, if you're going to buy all that equipment, you better have someplace to put it because I
Yeah,
don't want it out rotting in, in the rain.
I love
So
it.
he built the barn first, and it is a true post and beam. We had Phil Struthers up in Sandwich help him with the post and beam because he had never done true post and beam before. So it's a beautiful barn. Architecture by the Downings, Jonathan and Nancy, and we had a beautiful, beautiful barn. It was meant for the horses, but we never put them in because the horses are all stay outside horses all the time. So, fast forwarding, we moved in 2010. He passed away, as you know, with cancer in 2018. And one of the last things he was able to say to me was, use the barn for something. Use it for weddings, use it for events. It's too beautiful of a building to not do something with it. And he gave me the name of probably the only carpenter locally that he really trusted, Alan Littlefield. And he said, call Alan, he'll help you. And he did. Alan Littlefield worked with me for probably over a year to transform that barn from mud floors and just a little bit of concrete down the center, no bathrooms, no finish, no nothing, a really empty shell of a barn, into this beautiful venue that we intended and first of all used for my niece's wedding. And we launched like a year later, right when COVID was starting. I think it was the same month that COVID was declared a pandemic. We marched ahead. I
Yeah.
never looked back. It seemed to me to be something that was a tribute to him and was something that I could really engage in. And then, kind of lo and behold, my daughter moved back to help because the property is overwhelming by yourself.
How many acres do you have?
Almost 300. They don't really know for sure.
Yeah,
um,
it is
so
lovely. And it is
it's
so,
a lot.
and the views, oh, it is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of
It,
property.
it's a lot. But she moved back, and that sort of transformed into her being the coordinator for everything that we do, every event that we do up here, whether they're weddings or our harvest happenings, fall festival, dinners, music events, baby showers, everything. She has masterminded, and I'm not so sure she really wanted to do that with her life, but she's doing a fabulous job, and she's masterminding our website. And that's how it came to be. And now we're in our sixth year of operation. And we're just going to keep going because I think that this is what's in the plan for us from heaven.
I love that. So, and I love the diversity that you're using it for. Like when you talk about, well, I know you've used it for yoga retreats, baby showers, and you briefly mentioned that maybe some sort of club.
Supper club. Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah, we're
love
going to
it.
start in August. We've got one booked and we'll see how that goes, and then ideally I would like to do that all winter. Even though we have to manage the road, it's a class 6 road. So that makes it a little touch and go, but if we can get people up here, what a lovely thing to be able to do because as you know, everything shuts down in the winter and it's hard unless you want to truck to Laconia or Wolfboro to
Right?
find a good dinner. And I know that people would come out for that and enjoy themselves with a little bit of entertainment, a little live music, and a lovely farm to table dinner, and
Diane,
it'd be great.
it is a beautiful idea, and I'm in. I'm coming. And
We
I
love that.
and I have a network. I've already mentioned it to one
Yes,
of
you do.
the oh, yeah. So I'm excited for that.
We're gonna go.
That's great. Now, as far as your daughter joining you and
Yeah.
partnering, share with me some of the blessings that have come from that in your relationship with her and
Mhm.
in learning and coordinating together.
I'm in a divorce settlement. I lost custody of my children, which is another story for another time. So I would see them only every other weekend, and it was brutal. And that sort of was also a really strong point for me to develop my faith even further. But she came because she just absolutely adored my husband, who was not her father. That came afterwards, and worked with him, and he taught her a lot. He had known her since she was 3, and she knew she wanted to spend some time with me and also wanted to bring her little one here because I just really didn't have the time with her. So I think there's so many blessings involved in it. Just the fact that we could establish and create this together. And you can never get back the time that you've lost, but you can create new time. And that's what we're doing. And no, it's not easy because there are all kinds of challenges and maybe old things to work through. But what a great opportunity to do that. And she has given me the blessing of that. And
That's
I'm taking it.
that's so wonderful. And I personally know Sarah, and I love
Mhm.
her. She's very straightforward. She's got
Yes.
yes, and I love no fluff. You
No, there's none. Uh-uh.
and in today's world, that's what I strive for. I just love that honest,
Direct.
straightforward, direct. Yeah, I'm
She's
married to a
very,
who's like that.
she's very direct.
There's no
Yeah,
messing with it. It's just that's
that's
what it is, and it's beautiful.
what it is.
And her creativity and ability to do the software and the back end stuff. Wow.
She's amazing. She's taught herself that. We have done a couple of classes together, and now she's engaged with a coach who is helping them as venue owners really understand how to use the website, how to use backlinks, how to use all of that. And she's got a very strong drive to incorporate all of the local community vendors. So she calls out everybody. As you know, she just did a blog on where to stay, and it has really captured the hearts of a lot of local people who wouldn't necessarily have had that press.
Yes.
So we've got a ready audience because, thank God, we've got our bridal parties, and they all need a place to stay. So little by little, she's building a community of people who follow us because of what she has communicated and communicated well. So even though I think she didn't realize that she had the skills that she's putting together and how valuable they are, I think she's coming to understand that. And
Yeah,
that this is really an okay thing to do. She's not put her life on hold to just come help her old mother.
I love it. I love it. As you know, I own Winnie Escapes, and we
Mhm.
manage short-term rental properties. This one that I'm in, we own. And it's so interesting. Service brings success, and
Yes, it does.
your daughter is bringing in service to the community. And it's so beautiful because really in the short-term rental arena, people want amenities and they want an experience. They're not just
Yes, they do.
a place to stay. And what your daughter's creating and bringing into the community, there's no way it's not going to blossom as she plants seeds. It's going to grow and grow.
I think she's going to be shocked
Yes,
at how much comes from it and empowered in a good way to continue to forge these paths that I'm not opening because I'm not capable. I'm just providing a little venue.
you are gifted in other areas.
Yeah.
And being the prayerful mother, I mean,
Mm.
I was just talking to God this morning and I was like, Lord, the way you answer prayers is so cool.
It's so cool.
It's always in his time and his way. And most of the time it's shocking. It's like, you're kidding
I
me.
didn't think of that. Oops.
It's really neat.
I guess I should have been quiet and let him do it to begin with, you know?
Right, right. Oh boy, isn't that the truth?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Wow, Diane, this is lovely. This conversation is lovely. What are your plans for the summer? Do you have any extraordinary things that you're launching or any places that you're going or anything you're planning to do?
No, not really. As you know, I sort of hang on to the tail of this because she and her husband Bob are really, and I really want them to, forming what we do and how we grow and the places that we move into. So I want to encourage all of that as much as I possibly can. And I still kind of hang on to a little bit of my old career, which feels like it was in prehistory now. But I have the good blessing of being on three boards across the country for different manufacturing concerns. And we're selling one this year. So I'll be in and out of Denver quite a bit, and I'll be in and out of LA and in and out of Cleveland and a few other places, just bringing the help and service that I can to those little companies as we sell one and continue to build the other two and bring them to the height of their value so we can sell those too.
This is truly where I see the leadership in your spirit coming through. Leading your daughter and her husband, loving them and leading them by saying, I'm in complete support of whatever it is that you choose to do. And I love you and I'm here to support, encourage, and help. That is true,
Absolutely.
true family leadership.
Yeah,
And I love the diversity of your background.
barely remember doing it, but I guess it's all in there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's intriguing to me. I went to college for fashion design. So
I know.
my
I love
creativity
that.
is my gift and
Hmm.
relationship building. But don't put me in a boardroom and think that I'm going to know, yes, I can build the relationships, but I have no idea what I can't understand or comprehend really what you do.
Oh, it's not that hard, I guess, after 45 years of it. I don't feel like it's anything really terribly special, but I'm very blessed to be engaged with these little companies and the private equity firm. And it's been a wild ride. Again, this was a total God thing. When Alan died, they called me about 3 weeks afterwards, out of the blue, the private equity firm, and said, Hey, one of our CEO candidates listed you as a reference, and we looked into you, and we'd really like you to join us, and we'd really like you to be on our boards and help us with our platform companies. And I said, You know what, guys, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Just call me back in about 6 weeks. And they did. And the rest is history. I've been engaged with them ever since. So this is my 7th year with them. I know it's crazy, right?
Yeah, that you actually allowed the boundary line. You're like, look, hold
I
on.
can't.
I don't know yet. And I know I need to take care of me, which is a
Yeah.
huge boundary line. It's not the easiest one to do, but that's really great. That's a great
No.
story. Okay. Well, I guess two things.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about your farm animals. I know you have horses.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is also my husband's folly. I wanted the horses, but he really wanted the horses. So initially we started with three because you got to have a herd. And they're herd animals. They're more comfortable. They're happier in a herd. We worked with a woman in Barnstead who bred them. They're all American Indian ponies, which means they're a combination of everything that was brought to the United States years ago and let run wild. So you could call them Mustangs, you could call them Appaloosas, you could call them a million different things. But as a breed, they're called American Indian ponies. And they've been a breed since 1961. So some of them are bigger than others. Some of them have draft horse in them. But most of mine are right around 13 or 14 hands. And I've got three white ones with two different color eyes. I've got a big chestnut. And then I've got a little mini thrown in there just for kicks because everybody wants to get rid of their minis. So I had seven at one point. I have five now. And they are beginning to be a little more work than they used to be.
Is
I
that
don't ride.
is it because they're aging?
Yes, they're aging. We've had them for 15 years, and I just absolutely adore them. I've had a resurgence of falling in love with them this spring because we had a couple that were very sick through the winter and we got them through it. It's extremely expensive, but more than that, I think we really deepened our relationship. And I'm talking about me and the horse.
Yes. I
It was it was absolutely amazing. So I recommitted myself and I'm training the one that Alan left. unfinished when he passed. And he had a real relationship with her. And she's been kind of unreachable for me, but she was the one that spent a week in the clinic. And we really rekindled a relationship or started a relationship. So I am now training her, and she's responding beautifully. So I'm having a blast with that. I may never get on their backs, but I probably will. Because last time I did that, I broke a rib.
Oh boy,
So
I'll tell you. Yeah.
I ride like I ski, very carefully now.
Yes.
Just
Oh,
carefully. Things don't heal.
right. It's the age. But the bottom
Right.
line is you're aging gracefully. And, we are as we think. If we think that we are young at heart and spirit and in flesh, we are, you know,
Yes, we are.
and
Mhm.
it helps us move into doing things that are harder as we age, but we can still move into them with vitality.
Well, I pray for health
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
Wisdom, patience, perseverance, health. I need these so much because I'm moving constantly. I often tell the kids, when I die, you won't even know for 30 days because I'll be like the rooster that just keeps moving because of the momentum and the buildup. I'm just going to keep moving. I may not be responding, but you won't know. You just won't know.
Diane, I love that.
So watch for it.
I'm going for a solid 100 and a healthy 100.
Yeah, a
So,
healthy 100. A
yes,
healthy 100.
absolutely. The body is designed for 120.
Mm-hmm.
In biblical times, 120 years was what people lived to. So
That's right.
100 is reasonable.
We could go for it. Yeah, my mom
Great.
almost made it.
That's great. Wow. Where can people find you best? Where can they find the farm?
We're at coldspringbarn.com, and it has just a beautiful array of video clips, pictures, galleries, things that we do, helpful blogs, mostly around weddings, although there are plenty of other events, and we will share everything. And all of our blogs are sitting on that website. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. We're at 74 Davis Road in Alton Bay. You just keep going up, 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 and we're at the top. It's a dirt road, Davis, and you just follow it all the way to the top, even though you don't think there's anything up there. We are. You'll find us. And keep your eyes open on that website for the things that we start to do that have more of the public involved. We're really, really anxious to do that and engage more of the community in this space. We feel that we've been really blessed with this piece of land, all of the work that my husband did before he died to prepare it, to make this like a blank canvas for Sarah and Bob to do whatever they want. And for us to really share it, because the serenity up here is something special. The peacefulness, the views, the wildlife, sometimes a little bit more than I want, but everything is really meant to be shared. And that's really what we want to do.
I remember the first time I came up to visit you, I was just overwhelmed. I was just like, how could it be more beautiful? Really.
Oh, we have ways. We have ideas.
Yes. No, it's just lovely. My final question is, do you have a Bible verse or a couple verses that you live by that are ones that you hold near and dear to your heart?
Yes, I couldn't tell you what the book is, but certainly, and without faith, it is impossible to please God.
That's a great verse. I think it's
Yeah, for everyone that comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him.
yes. Yes. Diane, I am so grateful for our connection, most of all, our spiritual connection.
Yes,
It's what really bonds us and
it deepens everything.
does. We can have known each other for 2 minutes and have that eternal connection.
I agree.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I agree.
You have been a delight. I'm going to come up and see you real soon. And,
Please do.
and thank you so much for taking time to share your journey.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye
Bye.
bye.